A common question is, what proof is there that innovation engineering works? Well, let me give you a dozen real reasons to believe that innovation engineering could work for your organization. Number one, pedigree. It's based on Deming. Dr. Deming, who went from the US to Japan and basically recreated Japan, and is the father of all quality movements, whether it be total quality, Six Sigma, lean, or any of the dimensions, found that 94% of failures are due to the system, 6% are due to the worker. With innovation engineering, our focus is on the system. And our system is defined as create, communicate, and commercialize. Those are the boundaries. It's not enough to come up with ideas. It's not enough to work harder to do it. You need to work together, because oftentimes the commercialized challenges started during the create phase. Number two, it's grounded in data. Over 26,000 ideas have been tested to discover what works and what doesn't work. 6,000 large company teams were measured in the act of creating to identify what can create high-performance cultures within organizations. The NIST MEP network has worked with 7,000 small companies to understand, amongst these folks, what are the dynamics to make it work in a small company culture. And when I say data, I mean control charts. Classic Deming control charts, looking to increase the mean and reduce the variation in the process. When we say reliable, we mean reliable, as in a quality control charting. Number three, proven in the real world. We have a 100% open toolkit. Every validated and reliable method. We are continuously looking for and measuring methods to identify new methods for helping you increase speed and decrease risk with innovation. Torture test. The Eureka Ranch pioneered the original system. Eureka Ranch offers two offerings. Eureka Inventing, where we do it for you, find, filter, and fast-track ideas, and Innovation Engineering, where we give you a sustainable system for increasing speed and decreasing risk. It's been done with companies from technology companies to consumer products companies, business services to nonprofits. For 26 years, it has been one of America's leading groups for focusing on turning the art of creativity into a reliable science. Number five, small company expertise. The NIST MEP network has adapted the process for small and mid-sized companies, for the first time making available what the big companies have had, available in a form and a format that works for small and mid-sized companies. Now, the NIST MEP network is a powerful group. Over the last year, they created $3.5 billion in new sales, $1.9 billion in investments, and created or retained over 70,000 jobs. It's from the Department of Commerce, and it's a unique partnership between states, industry, and government. The system results in a 32x return on investment. That is, for every $1 of federal investment, some $32 in incremental sales is generated by USA companies. Number six, academic discipline. The University of Maine, in particular the Foster Center for Student Innovation, has translated the program into reliable teaching in undergraduate minors and graduate school certificates. It's also now, the program is going out to other campuses and universities from Maine to Louisiana, with many more to come. Now, the partnership is an alliance of government, industry, and academics. From Roger Kilmer of the NIST MEP network, who pioneered the effort, to myself of the Eureka Ranch, to Bob Kennedy, retired president of the University of Maine. These two folks, Roger Kilmer and Bob Kennedy, are the two that had the vision early on to say that this was something that was going to be critically important, not only to help grow the U.S. economy, but to help grow students on campuses. Number seven, testimonials. The Eureka Ranch and the original system underneath Innovation Engineering has been named America's #1 idea team by many groups, from Tom Peters to CNN to Inc. magazine, to the Wall Street Journal to Dateline NBC. It has had a rich history, and you can read on the website many of the articles of folks who've gone behind the scenes in the process. Number eight, category experience. You name the category, and between the Eureka Ranch and the NIST MEP network, we've worked with just about every category imaginable. The systems transcend industry. They transcend service versus product, consumer versus industrial. They cover the wide range of areas. Number nine, publishing and broadcasting. You know, to have something that an individual does is one thing, but to turn it into a methods that can be learned by others takes it to the next stage. So books. In fact, Jumpstart Your Business Brain was named by Jack Covert, the noted business editor, as one of the 100 top business books of all time. Television appearances. From Public Radio International, from national radio shows to award-winning shows on the CBC in Canada to the ABC show American Inventor. The methods and the methodologies have been featured. Coming up this year, a new TV show based on innovation engineering. It's a show that takes the principles and brings them to life. We recently just got a commitment to 14 episodes, and you'll be learning more about it during the year. Number 10, increase speed, decrease risk. Now, our very specific promise is to increase speed up to a factor of 6, and that's the time to first sale. This was first quantified by the Procter & Gamble Finance Department, where they found that we could take ideas to market, matched pairs, equal complexity, and the idea could get to a first sale 6 times faster. The College Boards, the folks that bring you AP exams and SAT, before the system, it took about a year, 52 weeks, for them to get an idea to be able to make decisions on them. First projects took 16 weeks. And a year later, they're able to do the process in 5 weeks. Increase speed. Decrease risk. 30 to 80%. Now, to forward forecast this, we use a research system that can predict the odds of an innovation staying in business for 3+ years. The classic odds of staying in business, a very fundamental dimension, is a 5 to 29% odds, depending upon the literature and some of the measurements that we've done of organizations, both large and small. The NIST MEP network, working with small businesses, has gotten an average odds of success of 52% with a high of 82%. And this is ranging over some 500 innovations that have been measured with small and mid-sized companies. So basically, on average, you decrease the risk, the inverse of odds of success, you decrease the risk by 30 to 81%. This relates to what the PDMA reports. The Product Development Management Association reports that when you have clarity at the start, at the beginning, before you go into development, you decrease risk by some 80%. Increase speed, decrease risk. Number 11, sustainability. I met with Bill Conway. Bill Conway was the former CEO of Nasher Corporation, who brought Dr. Deming back from Japan to the US. And as he said to me, their biggest mistake they made was sustainability. The teaching is such common sense. But they, the folks you're working with, need more help than they think and that we think they need. It takes a lot. Now, we have 2 advantages that wasn't available in the early 1980s when Dr. Deming and Bill Conway were working. One advantage we've got is the innovation engineering black belts. Field people from the NIST MEP, somebody within a 2-hour drive of every company in America, plus the Eureka Ranch team and students from the University of Maine and other campuses as interns and graduates. These innovation engineering black belts can provide on-site, weekly, monthly, quarterly coaching to keep your team focused so that you can realize the full power of innovation engineering. Second, the internet. The Innovation Engineering Labs website has a broad collection of tools which are covered separately under the Cool Tools tab that now enable people to stay connected throughout the network like you couldn't do years ago. The results of sustainability are impressive. In fact, the red is participants before they attended the Innovation Engineering Leadership Institute. The black is each day of the Institute how much their confidence in their ability to create, communicate, and commercialize has gone up. The green is a year later. And as you can see, on Create and Communicate, we've been able to maintain this impressive growth. Under Commercialize, we saw a decline because the challenges are much more difficult than people think. Now, fortunately, we're way ahead of where they were before, but as you can imagine, this has become an intense area of research right now, and we've actually doubled down on our web tools and in our training so to improve the commercialization. I can tell you, quite frankly, the real way to fix this is to make sure that you have a coach that keeps you focused on the system to maintain discipline. Number 12, there are 3 easy ways to get started. You can start a trial, just get started. Not in some theory, not in some training courses, but just using it to take existing projects existing ideas and accelerating them forward. Second option, a 3-day immersion. Innovation Engineering Leadership. Come for 3 days. See, feel, and experience it. During the day, you'll learn. During the night, you'll apply it. 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. High intensity to help you bring it together. Number 3, if you're a very small company, that's with about 10 employees or less, then we have a 4-week blitz called Innovation Engineering Jumpstart that's run by Black Belts in Training to improve their learning and to give you valuable help. Innovation Engineering, a management system that helps you increase innovation speed and decrease risk.